using the same system that the state prison system uses. They contract with UTMB, and UTMB contracts with several county jails also. And they provide a lot of telemedicine and telehealth and cover all medications. Have you looked at that?
I haven't looked at that for the people. Now we've changed the contract for the, can't think of the name of the contract for the medication from Maxor that quit, and then now we got the new company in there. But I have not talked to anybody that supplies medical people.
Okay.
So I guess that's something we can look into. I did talk to one person, one company a couple of years ago when Commissioner Headington was asking me about some of that because he had got it at a conference. And they said they would come in and hire our people and then go on from there. But it never really worked out because we're too small of a jail. We're just kind of in the middle. We're not too small, we're not too big. So it's not really something that they can make money on to come in and help manage. So that never went anywhere. I don't recall what the name of the company was. But in years past, I think there was one year we overlooked getting them a step increase, and they're not really on a step plan, but so I brought it back to the court and the hospital district board to get that. So I'm just a reminder, that was in like August last year, I believe, so just put that on the list. As of right now, I only have one person. The last thing on the page that I wanted to bring up is the Granbury Independent School District superintendent has come to me. He has been working with the Granbury Police Department for the last year, trying to get a second school resource person up there in the system. The city was never able to supply that extra person, so he asked if the city would have any heartburn if they came to me, and they agreed no, it wouldn't be a problem. So they came to me and asked if we could get a deputy to come to work up there. So we talked about it a little bit, and we kind of put together a contract. But part of that contract is they'll pay for the person, they won't pay for the benefits. So
we can't give away services.
okay, so that's where we're at.
You know, that's the law. I mean, that's in the Constitution. So, you know.
And I will bring that to their attention. I wanted to bring it to your attention before I move any farther with that. So we've not done anything with it. He'd like to get a person on board by August, but without your blessing, it's not going anywhere. So.
Well, that's just me. I'm just saying what the Constitution says.
I understand. That's why I want to bring to your attention where we were. So if we need to get a meeting to discuss it, then some of you could maybe get involved. Okay.
Right, I'll ask you a question.
Sure.
It's not been popular with some of my cohorts, but I'm going to go out there on them anyway and ask it. But, and I'll tell you why it's not popular in a minute, because we've asked this question all day. Obviously, salaries are on the radar for a lot of reasons, but I don't like comp time. I've never liked comp time. Okay, I mean, and right now I think your books you have about $55,000 liability on the books, which is jail mostly and patrol. If the court had overtime, okay, I mean, we still need to, you know, I'm not trying to, I'm going to leave here saying we're not going to look at the situation with a big picture. But if you have a deputy that wants to work more than somebody that doesn't want to work, that's happy with their salaries, and they're doing the day and they ought to get the pay. So, but the question and the concern comes up when I look at road ops, is probably the second largest budget in the county besides the budget. What do you do when you run out of overtime money? Well, you stand at the podium and you get lectured and then we give you more money. What assurances do I have? And how would you manage the fact? Because if you can't manage what happened last week, I understand that. But to help me pass this or make them have reassurance, it is a way to get more money. I don't like paying off comp time because I don't like people having to be told when to take comp time off because you tell them on a day they don't want the day off. But if we paid off comp time and started overtime and you worked, you would be paid. Do you think that it would be a morale builder? Do you think that would help employees' relationship, or do you see that as a bigger problem?
No, I see that as a benefit, a help. That would raise morale because we can call them in, and we had to call them in, like when we evacuated Rolling Hill Shores, and we got volunteers that volunteered to stay out there all night and all day, so they were doing it based on comp time. So if we can pay them, then that would that would help, because we have through the Grand Prairie Independent School District and other resources that people offer security jobs, and I authorize that for those guys to work in the county for some of those, so they can make that extra money to pay the bills, make ends meet. So that would be a morale booster to be able to do that, have some overtime. As far as working with it, when weeks like last week happened, or 3 years ago with the tornado, it's hard to plan on one of those. So you just do the best you can, I guess, based on the comp time in the past. And we've had the only thing we've ever had overtime for is dispatch. And it works a lot the same way. We have those bad days, bad weeks with the storms, with whatever's going on, and it's crazy in there. So we would have to work it based on approvals for overtime, and then there'd probably still be some comp time that would have to be worked too, because we couldn't cover it all. So we work together as a team, the court and me and Steve, and work it out.
Anybody else, do you have anything else, Roger?
That was everything on my list, so unless you had any other questions.
Anybody else have anything for Roger? Okay, well, we're adjourned until 8:30 in the morning.